So I did a little review on Twitter for Creature Commandos, but I just want to give my thoughts on camera about the show and how much I really do love the first two episodes so far. The thing about the show is that I was somewhat excited for this. I'm more excited for Superman than I am for this show, or I was. But I still was excited. Don't get me wrong. I never really read much about Creature Commandos. Like, I knew about the team and a little bit of the story. I read like maybe one or two issues of this team and whatnot and the lore of Creature Commandos, but I never really did my time and research for it. So I kind of went into this kind of blind in a way, and I am just falling in love with this show. I keep thinking about it all day long. Like, seriously, like seeing Ric Flair, one of my favorite characters, also GI Robot, also freaking amazing. Frankenstein. I really, the chemistry with this team, and that's what James Gunn does best. It's like he really knows how to deliver a movie based on a team, kind of like with, from even back then, from Scooby-Doo to Guardians of the Galaxy, Suicide Squad, and now Creature Commandos. Speaking of Frankenstein, Bride Frankenstein, oh my God, what they did with her was... They're not holding back in the show. They definitely went full-fledged R-rated. Definitely not for kids, which completely fine. I'm finally glad that DC, they've done this before even with the second Suicide Squad. Like, they haven't held back. And I really do appreciate that they are not holding back with this show. But yeah, so far the first two episodes, story-wise, the structure of it is just honestly masterful. Again, the chemistry between all these characters, and we're seeing Ric Flair and the whole team. I love the action was just top. Speaking of action, the animation, like, I wasn't sure about, but now seeing it, the first two episodes, I've fallen in love with this animation, the show, the characters. Honestly, I want to go back and read some of the Creature Commando stuff. Again, I've only read like 2 or 3 issues, but never really took the time to really, educate myself on it. So I definitely want to educate myself on Creature Commandos. And I'm very excited for the DCU and the future of it. James Gunn, you definitely cooked with this show so far. Now, let me make it very clear, just because the first 2 episodes are good doesn't mean the rest of the show might turn out great. I'm not trying to hate, not trying to be negative, but as we've learned from the Star Wars shows and the MCU shows, they never turn out well. But the great thing about DC is that when it comes to animation, they usually 9 times out of 10, it's going to be peak. So either way, I'm super excited. I'm just happy to have anything animation DC-wise. So, yeah, this was definitely entertaining. I believe I gave it an 8.5 out of 10 for the first 2 episodes. But yeah, please go check it out. It's on Max, or HBO Max, but Max right now. Go check it out. The first installment to the DCU. And yes, James Gunn, thank you. Also, I just want to say, I made a post earlier saying that I was a bit confused about the canon side of things, even though I love the first 2 episodes, don't get me wrong. I was a bit confused with the canon stuff because there were some callbacks to the James Gunn Suicide Squad movie and also Peacemaker Season 1. But after talking with some people and kind of getting a better understanding about what's going on, from what I understand so far is that basically there will be callbacks to those projects and maybe other future or past projects that might correlate or that might have happened in this universe. But basically whatever stated that happened before is canon, and anything else that hasn't been stated is not canon. That's kind of where I'm going with it. But yeah. But overall, I love the show. Enough about the canon stuff. I really don't want to harp onto the canon stuff because really, I love Suicide Squad, James Gunn. I'm glad that it's somewhat canon to the DCU and also Peacemaker Season 1. So either way, I'm a happy camper. I love the show so far. So yes, again, go check this out. It's on Max right now. Peace.